If you can hear me online, just drop me. Oh, okay. All right. So we'll be starting now. So has everybody downloaded the data sets? I sent the link to the group. Ah, okay. Yes. You can check the WhatsApp group, you see it. So those online too. If you've not seen it, download the data sets. It's on the WhatsApp group. So before we delve into today's class, I'd like to know who did the assignments. You can just raise your hand. If you did the assignment, raise your hand. Yeah? You will do it. Ah, you know, or you already know it. Though. You do it. You do it together. Okay. Okay. Okay, you attempted. Okay, so for those that attempted, I'll go around to check what you did. Okay, so who attempted? Just raise your hand. You say you did. So for those online who did theirs, okay, so for everybody should try and do the assignment because this will be collected and it's going to be part of your assessment. So thank you for those that attempted it. So we'll be starting now. Everyone can drop their hands now. People online. So let me share my screen. Okay, so can everyone see my screen? Those online, can you see my screen? Okay. All right. So today we'll be going through data transformation. So um talking about data transformation, does anybody have an idea what data transformation is all about? If you yes, so okay. Okay. So for those online, if you have an answer, drop it in the chat. I'll be going through the chat now. Okay, trying to see. Okay. Who else has another answer aside from Samuel? Fine. Okay, so um yes, so data transformation basically is just you transforming your data, and transformation in the sense of you are trying to make it fit for analysis. So when you collect your data, usually it comes in sometimes scattered, not well structured, dirty basically. So what you will want to do is to make it better for your downstream analysis. So by cleaning the data. So this whole process is called data transformation. So that's what we'll be doing today. So, but before we go into that, into the hands-on, I'll be treating a topic which is combining data, because it's very important to know how to combine your data, because in the transformation process, you're actually trying to make your data well structured for your analysis. So for those that someone said she can't join the WhatsApp group. So this link, you can just use it to download the data set, because we'll be working with some data sets today. So combining data. Has anybody heard of joining? Probably if you have an idea about SQL. Okay. So it's still the same principle that we use in SQL that also applies to Power BI. Joining, joining basically. So joining could come in the form of appending the data and merging the data. So appending the data basically is just adding up the data to probably you want some columns to join in and rows to join in on your data. So in appending, you don't need a unique ID. So what do I mean by unique ID? When you are trying to join your data set, you have to look at um, you have to look at column that you can join on, in the sense of what makes what makes um what is the thing that they have in similar. You have a table here, you have another table. What is the similar factor between the two tables? So that is called a unique ID. So probably in an instance, you have a sheet. So probably you're working in a sales company, you have a sheet where you have your customer details, their name, what's their address, basically personal information about your customer. Then you have another sheet where this your customers, whose personal details you have. You now have the orders they make. So what they buy, what orders they've been making from the company. So you need to link the two sheets together. And the only way you can know that, okay, for this customer, probably the person name is Tunde Bello. For this customer, Tunde Bello, what did they buy? You need a unique identifier to know that, okay, on this sheet, this is the person being Tunde Bello, and this is what they bought. So that's basically what a unique identifier is. And it can come in different forms. It could be a name, it could be a number, it could be anything. So just a column that you can use to join um, the two sheets together. So for when you are appending data, you don't need a unique ID. You can just combine your data like that. You just want the two sheets to be together. Then moving on to merging data. So, but for merging data, it's otherwise. In merging data, you actually need a unique identifier to combine both. So I'll be walking us through the different types of um, joins. So there's in merging your data, it actually involves different type of ways in which you can combine the data, because you don't just want to combine everything. You're combining on some specifics. That's okay. Maybe you just want only information on what they bought. You don't want information on the day they bought it. So It's just on the specifics. Unlike in appending, you bring in everything on all the sheets you have. So there is something called left join. So for this left join, you are bringing in, let me open. Okay, so this site is actually Microsoft site for Power BI. So it discusses all the different type of join encounter in Power BI. So there's something called the left outer join. So for this left outer join, you can see this table. It's called left table, right table. So you're trying to combine the two tables together. Okay, sorry about that. But please, I want to talk about something before we please, please. If anybody have any question or anything they want to ask me, just ask on the group. Nobody should call me or message me. Thank you. So this applies to everyone, online and offline. So yesterday I've been receiving calls and has been disturbing, please. So okay, so sorry for the interruption. So we have two tables, the left table and the right table. I want to combine both. So I mentioned something, I said when you want to combine in merges, you use an identifier. So who can tell me the identifier in this left table and right table? What do you think is the identifier? Thank you very much. Yeah, so it's actually the ID that that is used to know which country this other table is coming from. So looking at it, country ID is seen in this left table. On this right table, we can see the country and the ID for that country. So for this country ID one, we can see it is for USA. For country ID two on this, it is Canada, but it's not here. So something about left outer join is that it wants all the information on this left, all of the information, and it wants the information that it can find on this table. So what I'm saying is it wants all of this one, one, three, four. Yes. So what is not particular about what is the only one? The ID is now fine. So we can see that here there is one there. But here there is no two. But there's two here. There's no one. Here there is three. And there's three. Here it's one with three. But something about appending, if it's were appending were it will take what we have here and what we have here. So that means these two appear here. But for measure, it's only specific. Only specific one like everything. So that's why in the outcome you have your whole one, three, four, just like and to get the country for them. So this place that there is no country, just feel it as no. So um there is still an inner join. So it's only selecting when you say left outer join, it's only selecting what the left table has, then what you can track about it on the right table. Let me take this. Okay, sorry, the people online. Let me go over it again. So I said for the left outer join, it wants everything in this left table. Then only what it's only what the identifier is saying here on the left, that's what it wants on the right. But if it were to be appending, it is going to combine both the left and the right, irrespective of the identifier. Like it does not care about the identifier, it just combines the both of them. So, but this is the left outer table. So it is going to take everything in this left table and what can identify from the right table. So here we can see that there is one in this left table in the country ID, and there is one in the right table, which is USA. So we can see the output here, USA, USA. Then there is no two in the left table. So it's going to ignore it and it leaves that one out. There is three in the left table and there's three in the right table. So it's going to add the information for three there. Then for four, there's no four here. So it's just leave it as null. So that's how the left outer table works. And for the next one, which is also the right outer table, is also the same thing that happens. So let's go there to the right outer table. So for this right outer table now, we can see that the right outer table too is still the same thing left does like the right does, but this time around, it's only the right it wants. So it's going to ignore any other thing that is not contained in the right that is on the left. So yeah, we want everything on the right, which is just three. So it's only going to be concerned about taking, merging with the three that is here. So it's going to ignore the 1, 1, 4. I'm going to only combine these three, which is this Panama 3. So does everybody understand what the left and the right table is all about? Okay. So people online, do you understand? So if you don't, just indicate so I can go over it quick. All right. So moving on. Yes. Okay, so the left table, when you're on your Power BI, the first table that comes is always the left. Then the next one is the right. Yes. So moving on to the full outer. So for this full outer, it works almost similar in similar way to when you are appending. Is similar. It's similar in the fact that it combines everything. Everything is confined in the left table. Sister, these people are distracting me. Sorry. Probably after the class, you continue your conversation. So for the full outer join, it combines both the left and the right table together. So here we can see 1, 1, and it took from here 2, 3, like that. Yes, 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 union. Yeah, something like that. Although there is something else called another name for it, which is the inner join. Inner join is actually like intersection, but the difference between that intersection and the left is that it's only focused on the left. You know, in intersection, to look at the similarity between both. But this time around, it's just focused on the left. Yes. So it's almost the same way it works, like normal statistics, complement, union, yeah. So for the inner join, it's actually like the intersection. So here we look at the left table. It's going to look here if there is a 1 on the right table. There is no 1, but there is a 3 on the left and on the right. That's why there's a 3 output here. There is no 2 here and there's no 4 here. So this is purely intersection. So that covers those 4. Then we now have something called the left anti-join. So who wants to guess what the left anti-join is going to be? Just look at the output, look at everything. What do you think? Huh? Yes, yes. What do you say? Okay, sorry for the interruptions. She was actually talking first of all. You can also talk. Can you repeat today? Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So is that what you also said? Okay. All right. Thank you. So actually, the way it works, it wants what is on the left, like she said. It wants everything on the left. Then look, taking for the right part is taking out what's it? I can't hear you. Yeah, exactly. So what is on the right part? Like what makes them similar? It removes it. It does not want it. So, and that it's also the same thing that applies to the right anti-join. Same thing. This time around is focused on the right and is removing what is on the left that complements both. Let me see what people online are saying. Okay, thank you for your contribution. So, so that covers all the types of drawing that we have basically. Then, okay, what you say? No. Yeah, yes, if there is nothing, it's to put no. If there is nothing there, it's going to be no. So for the fuzzy merge, so there's something in Power BI. If you're not exactly sure what kind of join you should do. There is a AI feature that helps you to find the perfect kind of join you can have that you can use. So then there is also something called the cross join. So cross join works by bringing in things that okay, looking at this example, like this product, this color, you want to match the shirts to the color. For instance, you want to match that, okay, this shirt in this table, what colors does it have? So that's why the output you are getting here is, okay, it will now list out all the shirts in that um, table and all the colors that you can find. So maybe you have red, blue, black shirts. It brings everything together. So you can now see all the colors that comes in. So it works in cases where maybe you're not dealing with numbers. So maybe you're dealing with words and you're trying to see that what matches this. So that's why you use cross join. So all this kind of join, it's actually depends on what you are doing. It's not all the time that everything is applicable. So it just depends on what you are doing at the moment, like what kind of information you need for your work, for your analysis. That's what will determine the kind of join you should use here. So now we'll be going to the hands-on, done with the different kind of joins. So let's open our Power BI. Okay, so for the data set I shared, this was the dashboard that I built from it yesterday. So this is actually not a dashboard. This is a report. So the difference between a dashboard and a report is that a report is multiple pages. It has multiple pages. So this is a 2-page report, this and this. But a dashboard has every information you need contained on it. And what I mean by every information is the important information you want your stakeholders to see. When they are looking at the dashboard, what you want your boss to see immediately, that is what is on your dashboard. But report is when you now want to start explaining deep into, so they can see different things. So today we'll be building the reports together. So I'll be using that Superstore data set. The Superstore data set I dropped. That is in the link you guys download. So I'll be showing you guys how to load your data in. So yesterday we worked with a sample data. So now today we'll actually be seeing how we can load any data that we need. So hope everybody has opened their Power BI. All right. So we'll be working together. So the Superstore data set, is it a CSV file or an Excel file? Excel, all right. So we'll be importing data from Excel. Did you guys see what I just did? People online. People online, can you see my screen? Do you see how I got here? All right. Okay. So just follow through. So now everybody has this on their screen, right? Everybody that imported. What has not gotten here? Huh? Are you having issues? Is everybody on this screen? But do everybody know how I got to this point? Okay. Okay, let me do it again for the people that did not see how I got here. So for those that did not see, just watch my screen. So there is this icon which says import data from Excel. So you just click it. Then you locate where you downloaded your folder and select the Superstore file, which will bring you here. So is everybody here now? Okay. So people online, have you guys gotten here? Let me get the link to the data. Can somebody share the link again to the data on the chat, please? Don't want it to. All right, so moving on. So here we have 3 different sheets, this Excel sheet. So if you open the Excel on your normal Excel software application, there are actually 3 sheets inside of it. So we can review our sheets to know if we're working with the right sheet. So we have the order sheet, we have returns, and we have users. So everybody should watch closely how I'm going to take the 3 sheets. So you tick the 3 boxes. And yesterday, when we wanted to work, we just went directly to load. But today we are doing transformation. That is, we are preparing our data for analysis. So we are clicking the transform button. For those online, can you see a new pop-up? I think I'll have to share my screen again. So is everyone here now? Okay. People online, can you see? Are you guys here? This Power Query. All right. So now we have three different sheets. And we'll be seeing this is where the application of the joins that we just learned is going to come in, because we have three different sheets that is jointed. So I want to join it together to be able to carry out your analysis. So, but first of all, before we start joining, we need to see if our data is well structured. So structured in the sense of um, are your column name okay? So you go through it, you look at the column name. And as you're looking at the column name, there's also something called data type that you need to be aware of. So where you have numbers, you want to be sure that the data type. So this place, this 1, 2, 3, where my arrow is, that's how you know if you are working with the right data type. So this 1, 2, 3 shows that we are working with numbers. And here, what we have is actually numbers. For this place, we see ABC. That means we're working with text. So for this 1.2, it means we're working with decimals. So you want to make sure that you're actually working with the right data type. So you know that your analysis is on track. So everybody should just go through their data set to see if their data type is in alignment with what they are working with. So we also see the same for dates, other date, ship date is having this date icon. So everything is fine. So here we'll see two column 26 and column 27. It's looking weird, right? Like these columns they are looking out of place. Do you agree with me? Unlike other one that has specific name. So we need to first check if there's any important information in it. So how will we check if there is any important information? Is by checking the unique values it has. So you click on this arrow. When you click on the arrow, you see everything it contains, and you can see that it's showing null all true. So null does not make sense. We don't need null. We also do the same for this, and we also see null. It does not make sense. So what does it say? It means we can take the two columns out. They are not useful for our analysis. So this step is actually part of data cleaning step that I talked about. We are cleaning the data because these are not important for our analysis. So we delete them, and we delete them by right-clicking on it. You place your icon here and right-click. Then you click remove. We also do the same here. You right-click and you remove. So that way, those two columns has been deleted. So, people online, did you get what I just did? Okay, I should repeat it. All right. Okay, so I've deleted the step. So there's something about Power BI. If you mistakenly do a step, maybe in your data cleaning, mistakenly deleted something or you mistakenly changed something, you can just come to this applied step and click this cancel button. Once you click the cancel button, it takes you back to the step before it. So what I said for the people online is that you actually go through all your data to see if you are on the right track, if you are cleaning, if your data is in alignment to the analysis you want to do. So you've gone through all of this and you say that, okay, it's right. We have decimal here, we have decimal here, we have numbers here, we have numbers here. Then you now get to this place and you see a weird column that does not look like it fits in column 26. So the first thing you want to do is to check if there's any, you want to check the unique value. to see if there's any important information aside from no. So you click on the arrow button and you see no. So it's only no that is showing here. So no is not seen, is not important. No is just like saying it's empty. So you also do the same for this one. You check if there's anything important. Still no. So that tells you something that the two columns are not needed for your analysis. So you delete it. So this step is a data cleaning step. So how do you delete? You right click on the column name and you click remove. You also do the same thing here. You right click and you pick remove. So that way you've actually cleaned out this column, this sheet. So you also do the same. So for in Power BI, anything you do, you see the steps you take here. Anything you do, you see the steps here. So in case you make a mistake, you can easily come here and cancel it and to go back to how it was before. And if you even want to compare, maybe you want to compare how the sheet looked like before and now, you can just go to the previous step and you see the two column again. Then you come back to the current one. So it's just a way to keep track of what you are doing. So going to the next, we also want to do the same. We want to see if it's right. So this looks okay. The data type is okay. So we also come to the third one, which says users. And in users, we can see there's something off about this. The column name is not looking good. When you go to the first row, you see region and you see manager. So immediately it tells you that this column is actually supposed to be called region. No, the name is actually region. Then you also come here, you see the names of people and you see a name. You already know it's supposed to be called manager. So this column name are not the right one. So what do you do about that? Yeah, in this your ribbon, you look for use first rows as headers. And this is it here. People online, are you following? Can anybody see where my cursor is? Use first row as headers. So let me see. Okay, Sulia, can you say what is wrong? Okay, how we got to this new data. So this is where we are. We finished working on this orders sheet. Now I said we're also going to do the same. You know, it was 3 sheets we brought in through that superstore data. So we are finished cleaning this sheet. So we came here, we saw that there's nothing wrong with it. So now we are here on users. So when we check through users, we saw that the column names are not right. Instead, what is showing as the row 1 is supposed to be what should be the column name. So what we're going to do is that we come to use first row as headers and you click it and automatically it takes out the wrong header and puts in what is supposed to be there. So did everybody get what I just did? Okay, let me see the online. Okay. Okay, so let me read through this question. Yeah, so if the column that has decimals, you see a whole number in it, you can actually change it to it will even automatically change to decimal. So let's say it's 10 that is there. It's going to change to decimal by saying 10.0. Yeah, so I'm using the superstore data. So now our data is actually clean. So we need to join this sheet for any further analysis we are going to be doing. So let's look at what we can join, what looks like is reasonable for us to join as a data analyst. So instead of going through all the row, all the column name and putting it in our heads, it's better to just deal with the ones that are small small names, like tutu column. So yeah, we have the order ID and we have the status. So yeah, that means there is going to be order ID in this one, in this order sheet, but there won't be status there. Instead, the status has been stored in a different sheet. So let's go to orders. Let's check for ourselves. So um, going through. Is everybody is everybody going through with me to see? All right. So yeah, we can see order ID. But did anybody see status? Okay. So that implies that we can bring in the status. We can join the status to this other sheet. But the thing now is looking at it, you might want to look that, do I really need this status? Do I need it to answer any question? So if you're not sure if you need it or not, you can leave it. Then probably as you analyze your data, if it comes up at any point that you need to know, you can now come back to join it. So for now, let's leave it. So let's go to the next sheet. Let us see what we have here. So here we have region and we have manager. So this implies that there will be a region in this sheet. This is the manager. So this is the manager in charge of each of the region. So this looks like something that we might need for our analysis. Probably you want to look at how the manager sales is going for that region. So let's go back to our order sheet, then look for the region. So is everybody going through? Okay. Okay, you've seen it on your hand, right? Okay. So this is region. So we can now join this sheet with that user's sheet to bring in the names of manager for each of the region. So that means we want to know the manager that is in charge of West. We want to know the manager that is in charge of East, Central, like that, like that. So what we are going to be doing now is you come again to your ribbon. Who can see this merge and append? So now, based on what I explained, which one do you think is fit for it, for what you want to do? Merge. All right. People online, yes, other ID is like a key here. So people online, I said, should we do a merge query or an append query or to join it? Okay, yes, it's merge. Thank you. So when you want to merge, you click this arrow. So we can see merge queries and merge queries as new. So merge queries as new means it's creating an entirely new sheet. So we can see where all these queries, all these sheets are. We have three. It means it's creating a fourth one that we now have everything combined. So you can do it that way, or you can say no, continue with this sheet and just add it there. So we'll just be using the merge queries. People online, can you see the new pop-up that came up on my screen? Or do I need to share my screen again? Okay, everybody can see the new pop-up. Good. So yeah, what I'm looking at is the left table. Just like the question you asked, or which table, how will you know the table? So this is the left table. So this one you're looking at, this orders is the left table. So we have what I'm measuring on is the users. Then we'll come to users. So before we go, which join do you think we should use? Which join should we use for this left outer? Any other opinion? Do you have okay? Okay, so for the people online, do you also agree? Should we use a left outer join? Okay. All right. So it's actually a left outer join. The reason why we're using a left outer join is everything here we need it. And what's only particular about manager for this So let's say other things are there. Let's say like under here, we now have something abstract, like maybe the state. And we know that in our left on this our left table, on the region, there's nothing like states there. It won't take states. It's only going to take central, east, south, and west. So that's why we are using a left outer join. So you need to indicate to Power BI what you want to join on, what is the similarity that you are joining on. And we have identified the similarity to be a region. So we come to this our order, we look for region on it. So this is region, you click region. Then on this right table, you click region also. So it already knows that that is the identifier. Remember I said in a merge, in merging, you're lost. Okay, let me start again. If people online, are you getting what I'm doing? Okay, I'm starting again for the people that don't know, that got lost. So from here, we do you understand why we say we are using a merge? A merge, all right. So I said we'll be merging queries. So we have, this is what is going to pop up when you want to merge. So, you know, we already said we are merging on region and we are merging with the users sheet where we have the region and manager. So now we will select we have to pick the table. Power BI already knows that we want this table, this orders table. So we have to select the table we want to do the join on. And you click here. This is where you click. Then you select users because users is where the region and that manager is. So you select users. So the table automatically pops up. So now you have to tell Power BI the identifier that is going to use to link both of them up. And we already said the identifier is region because region is found on the two sheets. So we look for region here. This is region. You select region. Just tap the column name. Then you also come here and do the same on these users. Can you see? Then you click region. So this is where you select the kind of join you are trying to do. On the default in Power BI, it always pick left outer join. So it's not depending if you don't want a left outer join. Maybe you want something else, you select it. But for now, what we need is actually a left outer join. So yes. Yes. So there is the fuzzy matching. This fuzzy matching. So fuzzy matching is a AI that automatically detects. But the thing about fuzzy matching is that it's the name of the column has to be, if not the same, similar. So let's say in this other table, there is region there. And the other one, maybe you now misspelled it, you now wrote region. It will automatically detect that they are still the same. But if you put an entirely different name that it does not, maybe you say states, to not understand what you're trying to do. It's going to give you a wrong output that you don't want. Yeah. Yeah. It will work, but it will give you a wrong output. Yes, exactly. So it's going to affect your analysis. That I said is it depends on your analysis that you're trying to do. So you must have an idea what you want already, so that it's going to give you what you are expecting. If not, if you get something wrong, you're going to get the wrong analysis at the end of the day. Okay. Yes, with yes, yes, yes. So what I now said is in this place now. Let's say it is more than four. Let's say so let's say this place is more than four. Let's say it's five that is here, and it's four that is here. It's going to take only four from here to leave. one alone because I using a left outer join. Let's say it is a full join. It will take the whole five together. But if a left, that has to select left hand, meaning that it's only what you see here that you should look for. Yeah. Yes. Yes. What do you say? The other. I don't understand what. Okay, yes, 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 yes. Because that is the level table actually. Yes. Yes, it stays. The second one that we filter is like a filtering. Yes, yes. So it's the one that is coming in, join what is in the left. So if it is right, one to do, that means only what is only the region. Yes. It will ignore this thing. The result we will get at the end of the day, all these ones will not be selected. It's only this region from here that we have that we join this one. Yes. But for now, it is this one that is the determinant. So this one is coming to take from this one to join it. Yes. So people online, are you getting it? Okay, so um once we've done it, we'll select, we'll type, we'll click OK. So when you click OK, this is what you are going to get. This is what you get. So for now, it has it will come it will squeeze everything into a column. So what you are going to do is that you will expand it. And how you expand it? You will click this button, this place. You will click it. When you click it, it will now show you that okay, there is the region, there is the manager. Which one do you want? Now you don't want to repeat the region again because the left join already have all the region. So the only thing you are after is the manager. So you unselect the region and leave the manager like that and click OK. So now we have the manager already. We have the manager with the others. So this is what we actually want. We want to bring all the manager for each of the regions to this sheet. And that's what we've done already. So does everybody understand up to this point? Okay. So one thing you want to do is that you want to rename this thing because whenever you perform all this kind of join, it normally change the name of that column. So now it has changed to users.manager. So how we are going to change the name is that you double tap the column. You double tap on it. Then you change it to the name you want it to be, which is manager. So does everybody understand how I renamed this column? All right. So now we've gotten what we need for now. So if there's any other thing we want to do, we'll come back here. So let's go to where we are going to do the analysis. So when you are done, you click close and apply. This place the cursor is on. Close and apply. So is everybody here now? After clicking close and apply, is everybody on the same page? People online? All right. So now we are ready to analyze our data. So now we'll be thinking as a data analyst. So we have everything We have all this data. So now I want us to think about it. We are a data analyst for a company called Superstore. They are selling things. You can see what they are selling. Um, they are selling technology kind of things, office supply, and the likes. You can also see their customer name. We can see um, different kind of information about what they are selling, basically. So we can see product name, we can see all these things. We can see the country where all these sales are being made. We can see the dates orders were made, the dates the orders were shipped, profits, and the likes. So as a data analyst, what kind of insights do you think your boss would like to see if you give you this sheet to analyze? Like just profits. Okay, thank you. Huh? Sales. Okay. Huh? Huh? I don't hear you. Okay. Yes. All right. So yes. Okay. All right. Thank you. So those are actually questions your boss would like you to answer. You may be like, who is the customer that patronizes us the most? Go and find it from this sheet. And you cannot start going through the sheets one by one and be looking at who what's this thing and be pressing calculator. That's why you have your Power BI. That's why it's a business intelligence tool. It will help you to find this customer. If your boss say, okay, we want to reward our manager that is selling the most, go and find the person. You can come to this sheet, put it in your Power BI, look for this information. So basically, you are going to be thinking as someone that is trying to analyze for a company. And that's the beauty of analysis. So it's not just about plotting a bar chart, plotting this one. You're looking at what important question can you ask? And I have responses. So that's what we'll be doing now. So I listed out in the sheets potential questions we can go through together. So everybody can see my screen now. People online, are you following? Okay, to load the data to BI, just click close and apply button. See it. Yes, what's performing manager? You may also want to see who the person is. So product that perform well. Yes. So I listed out some potential questions like that. So we want to see products that are best sellers, products that are not performing well that we can drop. Want to see the total sales profits for the country or region. So all these questions will be dealing with it one by one. And also, I would like you people to be thinking of your own question that you think the manager is maybe interested in seeing. So let's first start with our single values, just like we did yesterday. So single value in the sense of let us know the profits and the sales that we've made so far. So let's do that. So people that were in yesterday class, you should be able to do this one on your own. You want to see the total sales, you want to see the total profit. So can you guys do it on your system? Okay, do it, then tell me your answer. What is the total sale? And what is the total profit? People online, can you hear me? I want you guys to do the total sales and the total profits. And you type your answer in the box. You're done. What is the answer? Okay. Okay, so let's see whether you guys are right. And which visual do you people use to do it? Yes. Okay. Okay. All right. So you guys are right. So there's something I want to teach you people today about this card. There's another type of card that is different from the one we used yesterday. So it's just a newer version of card that Microsoft released. So this Power BI is always getting updated. Microsoft is always releasing newer and newer version. So for this one, there is this card new button. You see where my cursor is? Yes. So select it. Then you drag and drop your sales into this place. You drop it. Then your profits, you also do the same. You drop it. So this way they are tied together. You have it this way. So can everybody try it? Okay, let me do it again. Yeah, they'll be together. So you come to this card new, select it, then you drag and drop your profits and your sales into this data box. Then you can expand it to see your answer. So people online, did you get this? People online, did you get how to do this new card? All right. Okay, let me do it one more time for the people that did not get it. So let me remove it. So you first select this card new. So it's different from this normal card that you know. This one is card and there's new. It's a new type of card that Microsoft introduced. So you take your profits, which you want to display, you put it in this where your data is. Then you take your sale, you also do the same and put it there. So that way you have this. So did everybody get that now online? Okay, so moving on, we have this already. You can adjust the size and make it how you want it to be. So the next thing we are going to do, we'll be taking those questions one by one. So I want to do which products are the best sellers and which products are underperforming. So let's say your boss tells you that, okay, I want to know which products we can discontinue selling, and I want to know which products we can increase the amounts we sell. So this is what you do. You come to analyze the best performing sales and the lowest performing sales of your products. So to do that, you can think about it first of all, like how do I want it displayed? If you were the one, how would you bar chart? This is a bar chart. All right. Does anybody also have? Okay. A bar chart is actually good to display it. So you select your bar chart. Then you select your product. You take your product here. Then it's by sales. So you want to know the sales of that of the product, right? So it's the sales you are bringing in. Does everybody get this? The question is, you want to see the products you are selling the most. And you also want to see the one you are selling least. Yes. So that means you are working with your product and your sales. So those are the two we are bringing together. Yeah. Yes, and aside from that, we are not counting. We don't need the count of the product. So it's only when you are dealing with counts you use your indexing. So yeah, we are looking at other value. We are looking at the sales. So it's the sales will be focused on. Yeah. So doing it again. So your product name, so your y-axis, then your sales, so your x-axis. So we have it. So if you also want to do the same thing for profit, so let's say you want to see the product that is giving you more profit, you instead of putting sales, you bring in profits. So that way too, you see it. So let's expand this. So we have a lot of products. You cannot check through everything. So the best thing to do is to pick the top performing products. So you can say the top 5, or you can say the top 10, depending. So let us go for the top 5. So in doing this now, we are going to use the filter pane. So this is the filter pane. This place my hand is hovering on. This is the filter pane. So it's when you want to do filtering like that we come here. So you come to this place where this product name is. Is everybody seeing this? People online, are you following? You see what I just did? All right. So you come to the product pane. Let me do it again for people that did not see. So everybody can see this, right? You can see where my cursor is. You click the arrow. So in this arrow, it has 3 different levels of filtering. So this top N means top of something. So pick top N. So in this top N, you can pick top, you can pick bottom. But now I want to pick only top 5. So you write 5 here. So it's going to ask that by what value? And we know we are dealing with sales. So we say by sales. You drag your sales here. And once you drag your sales here, you click apply filter. So you have your top 5. So does everybody understand how we got here? Do you understand? You are not listening, actually. I saw you. What's the issue? But do you see how I got here? Okay, let me take it again. Okay. People online, I'm going to do it again also. So we said we want to see the top 5 products, the sales of the top 5 products, which product is performing very well in their sales. So, and we said we want to use a bar chart to display it. So you click on your bar chart first of all. Once you've clicked on your bar chart, you have your y-axis, you have your x-axis. Are you getting it? So on your x-axis, you put your product name. Then on your x-axis, you're going to put your sales. So we have this. So I said you cannot display this because we have a lot of products. So we are only going to be particular on the top 5 products. So how you get to filter is to come to your filter pane. This is where your filter pane is. That you can do any kind of filtering you want to do. Are you getting it? What's your name? Okay, all right. So you click this arrow. It gives you this drop down. So there are 3 levels of filtering that can be done on Power BI. So you click here, you click this basic filtering. So you see advanced filtering, you see basic and top end. Top end is to get top or bottom. So you click the top end. So here you can select if you want to pick the top or you want to pick the bottom. And you also have to indicate the number. So if you say top 5, top 10. So it's top 5 you want to see. So put 5. Then you have to select the field. What are you filtering by? We already know it is sales. Well, we want to filter by. So you bring the sales and you drop it here. You drag and drop it like that. Once you are done, you click apply filter and it automatically gives you the top 5. So people online, do you get that? Does everybody get it now? Okay. So we also want to do the same to see the lowest 5. So instead of building the old chart again, we can just Control C and Control V, copy and paste it here. So when you copy and paste, you just come to change what you did here. Instead of top, you just pick bottom and you apply filter and you get it. So everybody get that, right? Okay. People online, did you get that? So it's just a way to make your work faster. You don't want to be starting from scratch all the time. So, because as a data analyst, you need to work fast and smartly. Yeah. Because there are sometimes you may not have time to do something. I need to tweak some things. So we have this. So now let's look at another question we can answer. So let us look at the total sales and profits. Let's just focus on the sales. Yes. Let's do profits. Let's just know the country that is more profitable to selling. So for that, we know already that the best way to go country is by map. So you select the country. So what do we do now? What do we bring in? Huh? You want to show the country with the highest profits. So what do we do? Yes, it's profits we are using. We are not counting. It's profits we want to see. We want to know. Yes, yes, exactly. So in this case, you use sum, not count. So profits. So you put the profit in your bubble size. So we have this. But now it's showing only one country. So it does not give you much information. So instead, it's better we do on either a city level, a city or region level, but it's better for city. So that way we can see for each city, what profit are they making there. So let's do city. You take in your city, you drag your city to this location and you put it there. So now we can see all the cities. You can see all the cities. So now you can take out country. You can remove the country now because we are doing it on a city level. I think there's another form of location there. Let's see. Region, well, let's see region. So this is it for region. It's categorized into the east, west. But I think city is better because I want to pinpoint each of the cities that this sales is happening in. So we are going with city. So does everybody understand how we got here? People who are online, are you getting it? All right. Okay, let me do it again for the people that did not get it. So I will remove this. So I said I want to see the sales for the location, each of the location. So we have country in location. We have three different type of location. We have country, we have city, and we have region. Okay, we also have states. We also have states. So we have four different locations. But we have to look at which one is the best, which one tells us more about this thing we want, which is the profit. So we are going to go for the city. So you take your city, you select your city as a map. Then you take your profits. You want to see the city that is most profitable. You take your profit to your bubble size. And now we have it here. Let us also check for states to see how it is at the state level. So it's just showing us all the states in the United States. So we don't need, state does not really give you that much detailed view. So city is better. So that way we can see the city that has the most profit. So you can hover on it, checking through. You can also do filtering on city. So let's say it's too much. You just want to see the top 5 city. Top 5 city with the most profits. So this is it. So let's do another analysis. So let's do sales trend over time. You want to see how your sales has been going for the past period, maybe monthly, quarterly, or yearly. Like for this year, how was the sales like? You want to see it. So when you want to see trend, when you hear trend, like what kind of visual comes to mind that shows trend? Yes, exactly. So we'll be using a line chart. So let's do it um by shipping dates, because we have two kind of dates there. We have order dates and shipping dates. The reason I say we should do by shipping dates is that order can be cancelled. There are times to place order, but you cancel it. But shipping means we've actually shipped it. That means it has actually been sold. So let's use shipping date here. So by the sales. Okay, so let me do it again. So yeah, it's showing us on different levels. Like it's showing us the year is actually 2015. So since the year is already established as 2015. So there's something about Power BI. It breaks it down into year, quarter, month, day. But looking at it, we already know that year is the same. It's not like maybe we are comparing 2016 against 2014. So it's best to take out the year. We don't need it. And you just click this X. So now it's showing us by quarter, it's showing us by dates, it's showing us by months. But also we don't need the dates. So we take out the dates. So now we can see by quarter and we can see by months. So we can leave it this way. So actually it's showing us 3 quarters because it's for January to July. That's why it ends. So that's why it's 3 quarters. So we don't have for after July till December. So we can leave it this way, or we can say there is no need because we can see it by ourselves, the quarter that is there. So we can remove quarter and just leave only months. Yes. Okay. Yes. So what you are looking at here is the sales per month. You're looking at how much sales was made all through the year. So January, what sales was made? February, what sales was made? You now want to like you're trying to compare it. That okay, from you want to see that okay, in January, do we make higher sales or do we make lower sales compared to now where we are at now? So yeah, looking at it, we can see that the place that they made most sales was here. This is April. So you now want to see the trend. Which month was the month I made the best sale? Which ones was the month I made the highest sale? So it's just capturing trend. So you can know, okay, what was the factor? What caused our sales to drop? What caused it to spike? So it's just for deep insight. So okay, actually, it depends on you. It depends on how you want to see it. Yes. So so we have this already. So let's look for another question. Huh? I didn't get you. Loss. Oh, okay, a decline. Yes. So that's actually your work as a data analyst. You want to show your boss that something went wrong and to figure out what is wrong. So, so let's do best performing manager. So you want to know who to who to increase their salary, that kind of thing. So for this, we select the manager. So which one should we use actually? Which visual should we use? Bar charts. All right. No, you can actually use this one is a flexible one. So it depends on the I said we want to show the best manager. Yes, you can actually do that. You can use a pie chart also. So far the names are not more. Um, so um so should we do by the sales or should we do by the profit? So let's say we were asked, want to know which manager is performing better. You want to rate them by how much profit they gave the company. Okay, all right. So I want to show you something about this data. So if you say you want to, yes, which shape do you have? Yeah. So, so I want us to first of all check by sales. I want you to see something. As I asked that question. So yeah, we can see everybody's performance. And we can see that Erin is the best manager according to his sales. So let's do by profits. So do we notice any change? So we can see that Sam is making loss for the company. I would not have known if we just focus on sales. Then also looking at it, Chris is actually making more profits for the company than William. Yes? Yeah, I get that. For a limited number, like I said, you can also use a pie chart for this also. You can. But something about this now is when you're now using a pie chart, this is in minus. This loss, you might not see it on a pie chart that is in minus, which is important. So that's why it's better. If you know you are dealing with something like profit and loss, you know loss is always in minus. Pie chart will not show you that it's in minus. So it's a bar chart now that we're able to see that Sam is making loss for the company. So, so this tells us that the metrics with which we are using to measure something is very, very important. So let's say your boss tell you that go and find which manager is performing well, and you say, okay, by sales because it's putting in effort. You will not actually know the person that is bringing in profits and who is causing loss to the company. But now that we do it by profits, we know that, okay, this person is actually, is not only not performing well, he's also even giving the company losses. So let's look at another question. So let's look at the shipping mode that is the most expensive. So you select your shipping mode. So I want us to use a different visual here that we've not used before. So there's something called the multi-row card. Can everybody see where my cursor is? Multi-row card. Okay. For the people online, are you following? Okay. So for this one, we now take the shipping cost also and you drop it into the field. Huh? Want to check the shipping mode that is most expensive, the way they used to ship their products. That's what I'm saying. Want something different. So it won't just be the same. Because as much as you are displaying your data, there's something called data storytelling. If everybody's looking at bar charts every time, they get tired. So you want to do something that it looks different and we still tell your story. So now we are going to be using this one. So I want to hear from you people which one we should do next. Think of yourself as a yes. So, hmm? Okay. Huh? With the highest sales. Okay. Think we've done that already. We've done it already. So Gideon, you said quantity order from different regions. Okay. But that would be map again. You said something about quantity with the ISO, right? Um, oh yeah, let me hear you people's suggestion. Okay, the quantity that was purchased. So what should we use to display this one? Card. Oh yeah, another huh? Unit price of each product. That does not really tell you anything. Let me see people online. Okay, they say product category the most sales. Okay, let's do that. Someone suggested that online. Okay, you people should do that, then tell me the answer. So let me see you guys answer. The product category with the highest sale. Emmanuel Lasupo, there is a, just check your visual, you will see multi-row card. You can see my cursor on it. So what's it? Product category with the highest sale. Technology. Okay. What also said technology? Okay, all right. So let's check. Okay, so let's check it out by ourselves. Okay, so for the person I use pie chart. So this is one issue that pie chart normally have. Sometimes it can be deceiving because now everything is looking like it's equal, even though it's not equal. Yes, but the thing is when you're presenting to your stakeholders, they will not be particular on what they are reading. Everybody eyes is directed at what you are showing them. They don't look at the values. So if they look at it immediately, they'll be like it's equal. Then you now start saying, so instead of going through that step of telling them that no, it's just use the one that we show immediately. That's it's yeah, donut is also the same thing. It is almost the same thing. So there are other things you can use aside. In fact, the best way to do this thing is that you start checking it one by one by yourself. Let's do it. So checking it one by one. Okay. Okay. This is obvious, right? Exactly. So learn something about your work as a data analyst. You don't have to be fixed on one thing. You can actually explore and see that okay, this is the best fit for it. So it's not every time I do pie chart, bar chart like that. So let's do one more, then we build our dashboard. Which one should we do now? Any suggestion? People online can drop suggestion what we should do. Then product name for what? People should talk now. Think of yourself as a data analyst. Most profitable categories. Okay. Let's do most profitable categories. What do you say? Okay. It's almost it's almost still the same thing. Yeah. I'm saying it's still the same method that it follows. So you could decide to duplicate this or say you want to use a different. Okay, let's use this waterfall charts. The waterfall charts. Let's see. Let's see if it is good enough to show what we want to show. So, huh? You don't like it? Like, what do you think about it? It's not good enough. Okay. Actually, this waterfall is usually used most of the time for profit and loss. So yeah, we are not dealing with any loss, so it might not be good for what we're trying to display. But what I said about this is you should actually try it out. Like just keep exploring and seeing and looking for the one that you think will be the best. So don't like limit yourself to one. You could even decide to use a table. There's something called table in, just show it like that. So I think this one is enough. So let's build our the dashboard or reports. Okay, we can also introduce a slicer. So what should we slice on? The thing is, slicing does not only work for data. You can use slicer for on anything. So if we say we can decide to use slicer on the product category. Okay, on this category, let us see. Huh? Yeah, or on the manager. Okay, you want to see for each of the manager how much. So let's do on the manager. So, and something good about Power BI is that you can always, maybe the right visual that you want to use is not here. You can always come here. You click get more visual. So get more visual will take you to the internet. You search for the visual that you want to use. Let's say there's one in particular that you need that you are not seeing there. So you can do that. So now let's build our dashboard. So who has all this thing up to this level on their own system? Okay. So for you people that have it, I want you people to beautify your visual. I want to see what you can do with it. Creating an appealing visual dashboard. People online, did you get that? If you've gotten to this stage that I am, even if you don't have everything complete, I want you to build a dashboard with it. You can actually make it on one page, but that means you will have to expand your size because you can expand your size. Well, you can also divide it into two. If you divide it into two, it's called a report, it's no longer a dashboard. So something about it is that if you are presenting, you may decide to present a dashboard and pick only the important thing you know your boss is after. That should be a dashboard. You don't have to start going through everything. So depending on what they tell you to do, how you do. So how we expand the, so on this page here, you come here, format your report page. Okay, coming. So yeah, when you're on this plain page, you come to this your visual, you pick format your report page. So come to no, not page information. canvas setting. So now it is set to 16:9. You can increase it. There is a um, custom size here. So you can increase as you wish. So now it's currently at this. So let's put it at maybe 1.5 by, let's say, 2,000. So it has already expanded. You can keep on expanding as you feel you want it to. But sometimes you should not allow it to get too expanded. People online, you can see what I just did, right? Okay. So now let's start taking it one by one. So people that have it up to this level, I'm counting on seeing what you guys are going to do with it. Then others that are watching, just watch how I'm going to format all this. So, like I said, you copy and you paste it. So let's start with this. So the reason why this thing is not showing is because of the way we've expanded our background. So that means when you are formatting, you have to make sure your text is bolder. So you guys are seeing what I'm doing, right? I'm changing the size of my fonts. So, you cannot expand. Did you change you don't want to expand? No problem. You can continue. So something about when you are doing your dashboard, there are some information that just takes up space. So something like all these digits, 0.0, 0.1, you don't need it. Because what you're after is to just see this thing. So you can remove them. So in removing them, you also don't need the title underneath all this sum of sale. I think I'm just going to work with the normal one so people can see my screen. But that's just a way to show how to expand. Okay, let me just continue. So, so what I'm saying is anything that takes up space. Anything that is not important, take it out. So we're going to be taking all those things out. Huh? So reduce the bar. Like you just expand, yeah. Expand, reduce. So we're going to be formatting. Like I said, we're going to be removing those things we don't need. So we've done for the y-axis. Let's do for the x-axis. We don't need the values. So you just click the off button, off them. So one thing again, we need to rename this our sum of sales by manager. The name is not making sense. So we give it a much more appropriate name. So let's say, what name should we give it? Okay. Let's say best performing manager. This is by sales. Mm. So you can decide to centralize this. So we have this. So one thing we should also do is to create borders. We should have borders around our visual. So we come again, we do the same. Let's take this. So one benefit of this card is that it just keeps everything aligned. It's not scattered. Let's take our slicers. And one thing slicer does is that it helps you filter on. So let's say for this dashboard we are building, want to see everything that pertains to only Chris. If we select Chris, everything we are going to see will be seeing the sum of profits Chris made, the sum of sales, everything that has to do with Chris, we'll see it there. You people that are doing your visual, how is it going? Okay, so let's just keep this here. Okay, we'll soon be done. Also, we have to work faster. Yes, what's your question? No, it's a presentation. Yes, they're presenting. So you can also share reports with him. The last class is going to be how we are going to share our reports. So if you want to share your reports with your boss. People online, are you following? So yeah, we can add a title actually to explain this so people know what we are talking about here. So shipping, cost of shipping mode. So something about this formatting is as you do it, you get used to it. You get used to how you're going to beautify what you are doing. So you people that are designing your dashboard, how is it going? Hope it's going smoothly. So inside this bar chart, we can see there's like these dotted lines in it. We don't really need that. They are called grid lines. You can always remove them. So, so almost everything has a way to format it. The way you want your slider to look, anything you want to do, everything has their different type of formatting. So yeah, we can decide to use a drop down for our manager name. Let's say we don't want to be seeing their name. Or we can use a tile. So let's just use a drop down. Also save space. So you guys will notice something as I'm hovering on this, hovering around on all of this. So you can see how it keeps changing and changing and changing. So actually there's something that it does. It drills down on whatever you want to do. Like let's say click technology. Everything relating to technology, that's what it's showing right now. So we are seeing this manager's performance in regard to technology, the sales they made in technology. We are seeing, okay, it's showing you the cost of the just the shipping costs and the shipping mode. So now we are seeing only things pertaining to technology here. So the filter also, if you want to see anything relating to the slicers, anything relating to the managers, you can also do the same. So we have come to the end of today's class. So people online, it's actually not muted though. I said everybody should be building their dashboard. Sorry. So this is where we are going to be stopping. This is actually not the best dashboard. You cannot carry this dashboard to go and show your boss. Well, it's just to give you an insight on how it looks. So dashboard is something you calm down to build very well. Like it can take time than the actual analysis. So because you want the best view, you want it to look perfect. You have to get the right color that depicts what you want to show. But you cannot keep using blue every time. You have to look for, you can look for colors that relate to maybe your company products and the likes to use. And you also want to maybe introduce your company logo inside it. So we've come to the end of today's class. So I like everybody, this time around, don't say you are not doing your assignment. Everybody should build a dashboard. Yes. Everybody should build a dashboard. That's your assignment. Build a dashboard. Still using the same data sets. Build a dashboard. Does everybody hear? The assignment is to build a dashboard and a visually appealing dashboard. So a link for submission will be sent, or where you people can submit your assignment to. But this time I'm going to be going around to look at it. So that's where we're going to stop for today. Build a dashboard on this. So thank you everybody for joining today's class.
Thank you very much. Please, can we give Flora Ladipo a round of applause? Those online, can we just appreciate awesome facilitator with our favorite emoji? Thank you very much, Flora, for taking your time to dishing out this knowledge. It was so stepwise and simple. I think some of you can attest to it that Flora was able to make the concept into bits that we can easily digest and also can easily digest. So thank you very much, Flora. We can keep it coming. Let's keep coming. Let's keep our presentation coming. And then Flora has given us an assignment. Don't forget that the saying goes to us that to whom much is given, then much is expected. She has trained and then now it needs the assessment. So let's make sure we submit the assessment. And don't forget that to proceed to the next stage of this phase, you need to complete all your assessment and you need to score 80%. Both attendance must be 80% and also the assessment must also be 80%. So please let's keep this at the back of our mind that we are submitting our assessment and we are submitting the attendance. Make sure that we have an attendance of 80%. Okay, so the link to submit the attendance we shared, it has been shared and with us that we shared with us already. Okay, and also the link to submit the assessment we also shared with us. So I'd like to share this announcement with each and every one of us. We are celebrating some awesome set of people throughout the world, and then DSA is joining to celebrating this awesome set of people. And I'm very sure that some of us can guess the set of people I'm referring to, and these are the women. Celebrating the women, and please with our favorite emoji, let's celebrate women. At DSN we are inclusive, and this is why we have decided to organize a program, an event for women, and it's a physical event. So if you are in Lagos, please do find a way to Data Science Nigeria AI Hub at number 33 Queen Street, Alagomeji. It's going to be an awesome one. It's happening on the 6th of March. On the 6th of March 2024. Please and please diarize this and keep it in your diary, so that you can always remember to join this meeting. It's for ladies, strictly ladies. So all the ladies in the house, please make sure you find a way to the hub on the 6th of March 2024. The time is 12 p.m. So to join, to register, my colleagues will be dropping the links in the chat so that you can register, and those online, you have access to it already. So thank you very much, and I want to appreciate every one of you for the time, for joining. Tomorrow is another day, same time. Okay, so tomorrow we are going to be starting by 1 as usual. We had to quickly amend, that's why we started earlier today. So tomorrow is going to be by 1. So please keep this to mind, and let's be punctual. Our facilitator, we have a lot in stock. So please don't miss it. See you tomorrow, and do enjoy the rest of your day. So those online, please, I need to start moving now. It's very important you start moving now, because you're in Lagos. I know what traffic means. Okay, so that you don't get home late and can prepare for tomorrow. Please, you can start moving now, so that you will not get home very late. So thank you once again, and do enjoy the rest of the day. Bye-bye.
Responsible AI dashboard session focused on awareness to drive inclusion, accountability, fairness, and responsiveness of AI models.
My expectation for this workshop basically is to learn, some of the best practices as regards, the AI system.
How to use AI, that's artificial intelligence, to strategize into what I do, which is data science.
If you're trying to deploy a system across, let's say, different geographies, then you don't just want to rely on historic data for a particular geography.
AI is now in our faces. It's something that we now use daily. So it means that even as a user, you have to be responsible.
I'm trying to start this my new journey with DSN. I'm hoping that I start on a very great level.
How you use AI also matters. Are you using the AI for what it's meant to be used for?
To be the best, number one and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently.
Ladies and gentlemen, and the winner is DSN Data Science Nigeria.
On me, so stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions.
Congratulations, DSN, on winning the AI ML Excellence Awards and the AOT 5.0 Awards. We all want to say, congratulations!
For the champions, stand up. Stand up! Stand up! Stand up! Here we go.
Congratulations! Congratulations, DSN.
It's just like that.
Congratulations, DSN.
Have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up. Stand up for the champions. champions, for the champions, stand up. For the champions, for the champions, stand up. Stand up, stand up. For the champions, stand up. And when I fall down, pick myself up.
Congratulations to DSN.
When I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself up.
You did it.
Stand up.
Congratulations,